All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with the Georgia offensive press conference. My name is Doug Ingles. I'm the media coordinator for the Rose Bowl game. I'm going to talk about the format of the press conferences again in case anybody missed them prior to the Oklahoma defensive press conference. We'll have two sessions. These three will be up here or in this room for about 20 minutes. The three guys that are in the print-only room will be in there for about 20 minutes, and then they will switch. Once questions are done in this formal press conference style in this room, we will have Coach Chaney stay here, and the other two guys will go in the room to your guys' right for a digital breakout. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. On stage with me on the far side is running back Sony Michel. Next to him is quarterback Jake Fromm, and then offensive coordinator Jim Chaney is right next to me. We'll go ahead and get started with an opening statement from Coach.
Did you say that Coach Stoops has already been the defensive guy? Mm-hmm. Did he say anything that was worthy or nothing?
You'd have to ask.
Did he say anything, guys, that we have? No, guys, it's a pleasure to be here and represent the University of Georgia. It's a lot of fun being out in Los Angeles playing this prestigious Rose Bowl. We've had a heck of a season. These guys have worked their tails end off from the beginning. From the conclusion of last season to now, boy, I tell you, it's been a whirlwind, a lot of fun. These guys are a fantastic bunch of guys. They've done everything we've asked them to do as a coaching staff. We're real blessed at Georgia to have the type of players that we have, and it's been fun watching them grow and their leadership come to the foremost, the best that they can be, and watch them develop into the offense they've been possibly they could be, and it's been fun. So I don't know what more I can say other than it's been a privilege to be a part of it. And I'm blessed to have a bunch of assistant coaches that work with me every day that are fantastic, that keep me headed in the right way. Coach Smart lets us do what we got to do to try to score enough points to ensure victory, and quite honestly, it worked a little bit this year. So we're happy with that. So we're tickled to be here. We plan on playing a physical football game. I'm looking forward to playing Oklahoma in a few days. So with that.
All right, yeah, we'll go ahead and get some questions. We do have mic runners on both sides of the room, so raise your hand if you have a question, and then please state your name and outlet before you ask your question. So we're going to start on the left over here, guys.
Mark Bradley from the Atlanta Journal and Constitution. This is for Jake and Sony. Have you guys met anybody in Athens who isn't coming to the game out here?
That isn't coming to the game?
Yeah, because it seems like I keep hearing the 50,000 Georgia people are coming to this thing.
I'm not sure. I just know that DawgNation travel well. Everybody in the Georgia program expecting all the fans to be there. They travel well all year, and I don't think this game will be any different.
I know just about everybody I talked to said they're going to try to come out here and make the trip, and I know my family's bringing a crowd, so you'll see a lot of Fromms and Haskins out there. So.
We're going to go on the back on the right side over here.
Coach Chaney, we were talking to Oklahoma, and they did say that they saw a different Jake Fromm early in the season, maybe at Notre Dame, than they saw in the SEC championship. How have you seen Jake develop throughout this year, and how much more confidence do you have in him?
Well, I have a lot of confidence in Jake. He's a heck of a good football player. Heck, he keeps us on our toes as a coach. You know, you're talking about starting your first game at Notre Dame. That's a heck of a deal from then all the way through. I can only think about one time during the season that we had a little blemish that he acted like a freshman once in a while. But he's had a heck of a growth pattern from the beginning to the end. He's got complete ownership in what we're trying to get done offensively. He has our trust to change plays and do what we need to do to score enough points to win. So, heck, I don't know. I think he's grown at a rate that a lot of freshmen don't. And it's been fun to watch him do. He loves playing the game of football, and that shows up on the field every day, practice and in the games. Been fun to watch him.
We're going to stay on the right side, about halfway back.
Lindsay Schnell, USA Today. Jim, I'm wondering if you can tell us, when you have to put a freshman in that role, how do you make sure he doesn't have a lot of freshman moments? Have you had to coach him differently in any way?
I think Jake's a good football player. He's got a good mind. He has a good football intellect about him. He come into our program with a good background. His high school program did a good job getting him ready. So he's a good player. When good players get the game of football, our job is just to try the hell out of the way, let them play football. And that's what we've been able to do, and Jake's been able to run with the ball. But You know, do they have freshman moments? Certainly they do. Do seniors have senior moments? Certainly they do. I can remember a long time ago playing in this game, and I had a senior quarterback playing for us that threw an interception against Ohio State that almost cost us the ball game, but he came back and righted a wrong. So it's been fun to watch him grow. When he makes mistakes, he owns up to them like we all do, and he's done a hell of a job.
I have a follow-up. Jake, I'm curious, have you had moments where you thought, whoa, that was a freshman mistake that I did make, and how do you make sure that you can recover from them quickly mentally?
There's definitely been a couple, during the year. I remember, Notre Dame having that fumble, kind of in the middle of the game, and, I had to own up to it and just kind of come back from it. And then Tennessee, I remember that game, just, for whatever reason, it was just, super loud there, and just kind of, didn't play as well as I wanted to. But, Sony and Nick and Isaiah, man, those guys, they really keep me, my head, straight, and, man, they really helped me a lot. So they've been really good to me and help keep me kind of level-headed.
We have one on the riser on the right side in the back.
Alec McQuaid, 11 Alive News. This one's for Jake as well. Can you take me back to the Appalachian State game when you realized you would be coming into that game? Did you ever realize or have the foresight that you would be all the way carrying this team here? And how have you been able to just stay so poised throughout the season?
If you would have told me this season was going to be written this way, I would not have believed you for 1 minute. I'm extremely thankful, for the way it turned out for me. But man, this has just been an incredible experience, and one that I'm just trying to keep, keep improving and keep getting better from. And from the guys around me and the coaching staff, they make it incredibly easy for me, and ready to see what we can do with it.
We're going to go to Tom on the left here.
Tom Rinaldi, ESPN, for Sony. Sony, what do you think you teach Nick, and what does he teach you?
It's just the competitive nature that's in us that that keeps us, pushing each other to be better. If I see something on the football field that he does that's out of character, even in practice, I would tell him. As a teammate, you don't want to be afraid of, stepping on anybody's toes, but you have to, just to help the other person improve, and he does the same for me.
Jim, could you speak to that?
Yeah, I think they're both their best friends. They have a great amount of love for each other, and I tell you, he touched on it. Anytime they see something the other one's not doing quite well, they're quick to get on them. They're going to get at least 2 reps a day at practice, so I'm always on them. Heck, we got so many running backs, they don't even sweat out there at practice half the time. But they're fantastic. They're a great duo. They've been fun to work with, and I tell you, I just sat here and I think for the last couple of years, having them with us has been a blessing.
We're going to go to the third row here on the right.
Sony, Mark Wicker from the LA Daily News. As a guy who'd been around Georgia for a while, was there anything in the spring or summer or maybe early camp that kind of made you feel like this was going to be the year that Georgia was going to get it done in the SEC?
It started off by the coaches. They set the standard high. And when I seen the younger guys, guys like Jake buying in and already trying to take over that leadership role, I knew this was a special team. When younger guys wanted to be leaders, when everybody wanted to just be great and reach that potential that coach wanted us to be, and that's when I knew this was a special team.
We're going to stay on the right in the second row.
Mark Weiser, Athens Banner Herald. Jim, save for scoring every possession or getting a redo with the Auburn game, has your offense pretty much lived up to what you expected they could do this season?
As a coach, you're never happy. You're always looking for the perfect ball game. And so have we met every goal? And no, we haven't. Have we exceeded our expectations? No, we haven't. Have we played our best football yet? I don't believe we have. I still believe there's another game or 2 out there that we can hopefully go out and prove that we're even better than what we've been able to do thus far. So being content with where we're at, I would say that's not true. I think we can continue to get better, and I believe we will.
All right, we're going to go with our last question before the digital breakouts here in the front.
Dean Blevins, CBS Oklahoma City. Coach, for you for sure, and anybody else who wants to answer, I found it interesting in your opening remark, you said you look forward to a physical game against Oklahoma. Is that, that's perceived to be an edge for Georgia coming into this game. How do you see it in terms of your offense versus the Oklahoma defense?
I think when you're sitting here and you're one of the final four teams that are playing, you can't win football games at this level of play without being a physical team. I'm sure the Oklahoma guys feel the same way that our guys do. They hang their hat on that. Physicality is a part of the game of football that most successful teams share, and I'm sure they share that also. I know that's an identity that we like to carry with us, and it's something we're proud of. We feel like we like to play football, and that's how we like to do it.
All right, Coach Chaney is going to stay up here. We're going to have Sony and Jake move to this room over here.
Bye, guys. See you later. Be all you can be. I forgot how to win without a true freshman quarterback. It's so damn